Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first proper episode of our series, Know Your Confessions. Well, not counting the introduction. Today, we will look at the first of our 12 confessional documents, a confession that comes from a long time ago and very far away, the Nicene Creed. The Nicene Creed was written during an ecumenical council in the city of Nicaea in present-day Turkey. The council of over 300 bishops had been gathered by the Roman Emperor Constantine, and the document that they produced primarily reflected the views of Bishops Alexander and Athanasius, representing a majority view of these bishops. It was later edited in a second ecumenical council that met in Constantinople. This was written in 325 of the Common Era, and it was later edited in 381 CE, where the Western Church added language that the Holy Spirit proceeds from the Father and the Son, as opposed to just the Father. And that represents the only real difference between Western and Eastern views. The Nicene Creed confesses, well, a lot, really, because it's sort of the first one. Interestingly, it is the first official doctrinal document representing or claiming to represent all of Christianity. It's also the oldest theological statement of the church. And it's the only creed that's represented by all three major branches of Christianity: Eastern Orthodox, Roman Catholic, and Protestant, with, again, that only one phrase difference between Western and Eastern versions. The creed confesses that God is in relationship. God is in three persons: Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, the language of Trinity. It confesses that Jesus is the center of Christian faith. And it confesses Jesus' relationship, both with God and with human beings, right? Jesus is fully human and is fully God. It speaks of Jesus' homoousios with the Father, which is a Greek word that I will get into in just a minute. This is a creed that was written to state what the whole church believed. And by whole church, they meant all Christians, even though, of course, this group of 300 bishops does not speak for all Christians at that time. To give you a little background, the Emperor Constantine was trying to unite the Roman Empire through a common faith. But he needed that faith to be one thing, rather than the myriad expressions of Christianity that existed at the time. Many scholars believe, for instance, that what gets called Gnosticism is in fact just part of that umbrella of early Christianity. There were significant disagreements between Christians at this time. An example of that comes up at this council. You see, there is this priest named Arius, and he believed that since Jesus was the Son of the Father, that therefore Jesus must be subordinate to and must have been created by the Father. And his bishop, Alexander of Alexandria, kind of a cool name, disagreed. No, Jesus and the Father are of the same substance. And it turned out that a vast majority of these 300 bishops agreed. And so after this council, they penned this document together to state what it is that they believe. And this document comes to state what beliefs the church thinks are orthodox. What is normal Christianity? What is it that Christians believe? And while that might sound kind of authoritarian, right? This group of 300 people getting to decide what all Christians worldwide believe, it was also very much a pastoral document. As the theologian Leanne Van Dyke writes, quote, "Even the most dense and abstract creedal word of all, the famous Greek word homoousios, has a pastoral intent. This precise philosophical word, which refers to Christ's full divine nature with the Father, of one being with the Father, was also a model of the unity that ought to characterize the Christian. Thus, homoousios, the mysterious oneness between Father and Son, is the standard of mutuality and reciprocity within the Christian community as well. This ancient line of the Nicene Creed, one being with the Father, might serve as a pastoral reminder of the kind of unity that ought to characterize relationships in our churches, our marriages, our social structures, and our friendships, end quote. The Nicene Creed, a statement of faith reminding us, calling us into deeper relationship with God and with one another. Thanks for joining me, friends. Next time, we will talk about the Apostles' Creed. Peace be with you.